Let's get you a breaking update with the Indian Army and the Chinese Army. The Chinese PLA on Sunday held another round, which is said to be the 18th round of talks, the military-level talks to ease tensions along the contested LAC, where two sides have been locked in a border row for almost over the last 3 years. Now, the two sides that have also been issuing as far as their development in the talks that have been concerned, it was the core commander level talks that were held back in December 2022 to discuss the outstanding issues along the border. And through sources, the information that is coming in that the discussions happened between the Indian and the Chinese commanders that ended late in the night yesterday, and the were held in Moldo, which is on the Chinese side. Depsang is one of the issues that has been discussed specifically at the bottleneck position. However, the Depsang area has not been discussed. There have been certain progress, we are told, that has taken place between the commanders of the Chinese and the Indian Army. And the Chinese are now agreeing, but not to the extent of Indian wishes. What exactly India has been wishing as far as Chinese Army moved to a certain point, as the main point of a decision was to exchange proposals in the Depsang area. Probably through a hotline, or they might be working on it for more on that. Right now, we have Srinjoy with us. Srinjoy, another year as far as the talks that have been going on between the two countries' militaries. What happened with the latest round of talks that happened yesterday?
Well, it has to be understood, Chinese Defense Minister will be in Delhi in a few days. That's really the first thing. So there was a sense of urgency on both sides. But apart from that, naturally, these vintage positions, as has been described, this bottleneck area in Depsang has been a problem for a long time. So there were discussions, and only, as you rightly said, on Depsang, Depsang didn't come up in the discussions. What we are hearing now is, after these hours of discussions, and let's not forget there's a new general in charge now of 14 Corps, Lieutenant General Rashim Bali. But there has been a decision to exchange proposals, probably on hotline. Though this time the proposals will not just be on Depsang, but it will also be on Depsang. And these proposals will be exchanged on hotline in the next fortnight or so. What we are also hearing is that Northern Command could play they are already in the picture. When these discussions take place, naturally there is a to and fro with Udham, but naturally Northern Command will also stay in the picture. Now, as you rightly said, the Chinese have in principle said that, yeah, we can go back, but they have not said that they will go back to the extent that they should. And that the right thing has not been done by the Chinese, really, in a sense that, yes, they have said that they would go back, but not to the extent that they should. But in any case, these proposals are now going to be important, and we will have to see what comes out of these proposals, what the proposals are for both Depsang and Depsang, and how they are dealt with by both sides.
All right, so the Indian and the Chinese armies that have now held at least 18 rounds of talks so far, but the main problem area in Depsang in Daulat Beg Oldi sector, and when it comes to the CNJ in Depsang, that are still set to be on the negotiating table, as Srinjoy also pointed out, that the talks is coming ahead of the Chinese Defense Minister's upcoming visit to India for the SCO meeting that will be held in New Delhi on the 27th and the 28th of this month. For the moment, thank you very much.